Okay folks, right, now then, as I say, from the video as I've just done about the Parkside Parkside jigsaw table, and I was talking about the foot switch that are made. Now as I say, it is on there, but I thought I'd probably do a more detailed one. So you go from this ugly mug now to down to here. Right, okay, so if I move that around a little bit. Right. Now then, what you've got now is you've got this one here. So I'm trying to, yeah. This here now is your main input lead from your plug on the wall. So you've got your main input power, which is on the brown, and then you've got your feed, or I should say live, neutral, and your earth. Earth is as per usual onto the sockets. That earth there runs down to the actual base because the base is metal. You'll notice that I've connected the live up to a negative wire. Well, what that wire is there, right, is the one that goes through to the switch. Right, I've just touched that. I forgot it was bloody alive and got a bit of a shock off it. Right. Well, I'll pull it out. There you go. That cable there goes through to here, to the switch. So I did it that way because, I mean, I know what I'm doing. So I'm not saying this is the correct way, but I did it that way. The idea being as well is you don't get yourself confused. So all that is just a connecting wire to the switch. So the live I've connected onto the blue, which goes to the normally open contact of the switch. Now this is a 16 amp switch, and that's the I'm hoping you can actually see that. If not, I'll do a better one of this in a minute when I turn the iPad up. The live goes to the to the open, the normally open contact, and then the live out I've got on the common, but it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't matter which way round you do it, actually, because you've got your normally closed contact, normally open contact, and you've got your common. What we'll do is, just to show that, sorry, I got it wrong. We'll try that again. This is why it's warts and all on this channel. Okay. Live input onto the blue, right, and the blue's onto the common. I forgot on this switch, the common is on the side. Then you've got your normally open in the middle and your normally closed contact on the other side. 16 amp switch this is. So I'll close that up again. And then what I did is then I then put the output live when the switch is actually closed. So it actually went to the socket. So if you looked at the socket on its own, you would then see that you'd got your normal connections from the actual switch, which is neutral, live and earth. Okay? It doesn't really matter about what you do here, as long as you've got it right. And as I say, I put my live wire onto that, because all I did was use a little bit of off-cut cable. Just make life a little bit easier, that's all. So I bring it in there, and then the live out becomes switched. So you're switching the live like you do with everything else. You never switch the neutral, you always switch live. And that's basically it. And then obviously it's operated then from here. I don't know whether you can actually see the contact operating there. Can you see that plate at the bottom, all three? Well, that's the one that's tripping the actual switch contact underneath. There you go, can you hear it? That's the switch going in and out. And that's basically it. That's all there is to it. As I say, they're not complicated, they're straightforward. And it just makes life a lot easier for when you're playing around with certain things that you want to have switched on. And as I say, with me, I did this when I was using me what's the name, me Dremel at work, because it just made it easier to actually operate the Dremel. But the other thing as well, the other reason as well why I built another one here in my workshop is for me small router. Now with the normal small router, when you've got hold of it, if you get hold of it with one hand, once the motor actually kicks in, sorry, it's a bad screw on there. Once it kicks in with the router, it does that, it snatches. So if you're holding it with one hand, you haven't got a good grip on it, it'll pull it out. Hence the reason for using this switch again, because what it is, you can have hold of the router and then hit that with your foot, and you've got full control of the small router. Again, it just makes life a little bit easier. And as I say, that's the, if I bring this up to me now, there you go, hello. If I bring that up to you now, hopefully that should come out right when I put it on. That's the type of switch, and I think, if I remember right, I got it from Amazon. Wasn't that much, but I got it from Amazon. Yeah, it does the job. It does what it, as they say, it does what it says on the tin. And it just makes life so much easier for when you're doing things. You've just got that little bit more control over it than what it is when you try and work it just with one hand. But you can use it, I suppose you could use it for all sorts of things really, because as I say, it is a 16 amp, so you've got a pretty good coverage as to what it will take. So that's basically it. That's the foot power switch as I've done it. Straightforward, nothing fancy. You've now seen what it's like on the inside, and all I can say is make yourself one. It's simple as that. And if you're not certain and you probably want a diagram, let me know. You can email me on phil1953 at live.co.uk, and if you want, I'll actually do your wiring diagram, and I'll send it off to you, you know. So I mean, that's no mither, you know. So that's the foot switch, people. And with that, I'll fold this up So for now, on this video, again, I know it's a repeat of one as I've done, but I thought with me bringing it up, it would be better to see this straight after the other video, which I'm going to put up. So, once again, have fun. If you've enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Costs you nothing, but I feel great when you actually do it. It's quite a boost to me. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.